Welcome back to the page, guys. So we're going to be working on James's MX-5 again today. We are tackling some of the floor area, the chassis rails, and getting the chassis rails and floors finished on it. We'll jump straight in. So whilst William's welding up this chassis leg to the car, I've got a panel to make up. So I'm going to get some measurements off of this, get that cut out. So we've got a rough idea of what size we're going to need, because we're going to need to cut right up to this bit, remove it. There's a small little swage in the panel here. That easy to sort out. So let's get a panel cut out, and then we can start creating this swage, and then we can start to cut that in. Let's do that. You're gonna have to watch me do that. Right, so now I cut out the panel in the last clip. It's time for me to now drill out all these spot welds that are gonna hold this panel above here. We're gonna do a bit of a trick. We're gonna basically cut the panel that we need to replace along the seam of this, well, along like sort of halfway point of this chassis rail leg. Leave a little gap, a root, so that we can then weld the panel to the chassis leg the whole way along, and then we only have to clean up the top half. So this is loose at the minute because we don't need to weld it in. So drill out these spot welds, get that removed, and then I can start making the shape up for this. Will's made a hell of a mess of this, but that's fine. We'll fix it in a minute. Yeah, it's just a little, yeah, there you go. That's the panel out anyway. Right, so we've got this panel out now. This panel is obviously quite bad along this edge. Up here is okay. You can see the UAVM's like sealer. We've cleaned up that way a little bit further and it's okay. So the other side of the floor, which is where this bit laps up against, will need a bit of replacement. So we've now got to make this out of this flat bit here. The shape doesn't matter for now. What matters is this swage line that runs the whole way along here. It's very slight. I'll try and you see just very slightly there's a swage the entire length of this flanged bit. So that needs to be squared to this swage on the front here, which is ever so slight again. What I'm tempted to do first is run a line down this, which isn't too mega. I might end up just wheeling this panel, getting quite a bit of curve in there on this section here. I'll wheel this first, get that straight, so we've got like quite a bit of curvature in the panel, and then we'll just swage that line square to this edge. And then what we can do is then just shape this panel to fit the car. Flat panel, big bowl shape. The only other way we can do this really is just reshape this differently. So just having a bead. Do I want to do that? Not if I don't have to. It's quite an odd shape. It's not so harsh there, but that line is harsh. I think you have to just get it marked out. I'm gonna just get some shape into this panel. And then we might just use the other one as a form almost to shape it up finally. It's gonna be a bit of a pain to do this panel regardless because of just the shape, but so we just want to get some shape in this main area. So we're gonna stretch the fuck out of it basically. And then just taper that. The same for this end. I'm really only going to focus on this part mainly because I'm just going to try and get this flange basically folded back so where I want it. I'm going to flatten it out in the end. This will naturally start to form this wedge anyway because of the amount of material that's there. What I'm going to do is then start to form that in essentially to this panel. There's so much metal in this material, like in the center now, that wants to push outwards. Should eventually start to pop once I give it a good twatting. And then we can sharpen up that other edge. And then I think it's just a case of flattening it out. So as you can see, we've got a bit more of that shape. So what I'm going to do now is just hammer form this, sharpen up the lines. So I'm going to clamp it to the table and go from there essentially. So we can start to get a better flat, because that shape is there. We're just now designing, we're gonna tap this around. It might be good for me to also use this again as like a more of a hammer form to just sharpen up these edges, because it fits quite snug. The edges are smooth around the top edge, and afterwards I'll dolly and planish all of this area so that it looks nice. You have to crack some eggs to make an omelette, they say. Oh baby, is a triple. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Oh, tough. So we're just gonna nurse these lines around now, essentially. I might get a bit of bar, 2 big clamps, hold that line down so it stops it bouncing. Yeah, so you see the method in my madness.
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
Okay, so that edge needs to be sharpened up. This needs to be more tapered round than it is now. It's quite high. I think I can basically, I might be able to just do some cheating here. I'm gonna just flatten out and dolly this and finish it flat. It's a bit boring for you to just watch all of it, so I'll see you when it's all nice and done. So now that panel is pretty close to being finished, I'll do the final dressing of the panel once we've done all the swaging. But now we need to just get the swage that runs along that way done. I'm going to just roll that step in. So it just basically is a continuation of this. It sort of loses this step past here. I'm pretty happy with where that is. That just needs to literally have the smallest step. So let's go on the roller. And then we can start getting the shape narrowed down. So this edge is a finished edge. These are weld. Well, that's a finished edge, and that's a weld line. That's a weld line. Right, I'm going to get this panel finished up, cleaned up, and then I'll come back on the camera and we'll shape it up. So that panel is complete apart from shaping. I've obviously created that nice bulge there. I've got this very, very slight swage along there. A swage there, that's quite good. This is just the final shaping tool. Depend on the car if this is not going to be straight because we'll put it. Jay in the car. Right, mate. Something like that. No. As if like magic. Hell yeah, brother. So this panel fits. Just got to round some of the corners because not all of the corners are square. We've obviously just cut it in the shears there. So yeah, let's get that shaped in finally. What I'll do as well, as you can see, the floor, the panel that it laps onto is a bit. So I'm going to clean that up now and see what we need to replace with that before we go ahead and weld this in. So this panel can be left for a minute and then we'll revisit when we're done. So this panel is now ready to weld in. So I've primed the faces that are going to be under the laps. I shaped it up a little bit because it was a bit big, as you'd expect. So yeah, I'm going to slot this in now and get it welded up and go from there, I suppose. Or you can just do a little bit of that. And we'll stop crying then. That looks pretty good, if you ask me. I'm going to go upstairs now and take the welder with me. I'm going to bring the car down, actually. I'll just tack the top of it because that's the visible side in terms of the laps. I have cut all the corners and made all the shapes right. So get those lined up there, tack it down. Then we'll come down here and then we can fill up the plug welds, stitch the chassis leg into that panel, and then we'll be done on the floor for that bit. Will's doing the back bit. That's all cut out, as you can see. I'll take you over here. So he's cut that out, which is cool. So yeah, watch this. So that wraps up the chassis legs on James's car. We have completed the full length chassis rails underneath the car, replaced them with 3mm thick chassis rails. Hopefully it's informative and you've learned something, or even if you want that job done, we can get that done for you. It's a great way to strengthen the car, make the chassis stiffer and replace those dent and rusted chassis rails. So our next job will be the sills, so stay tuned for that.